Sophia's a wonderful character. She's a real earth mother. She cooks and she looks after this child who has a real kidney problem. There is nothing she can't do. It's nice to see her being really robust. She has moments where she has emotion, but she has to hold it together. She has to, she's got a lot to carry. When a man comes back into her world, that's quite interesting. And then when her son comes back into her world, what that does to her. And I think there's a loss in her. And I think that's been really interesting to explore, just having the joy of having her son around her again actually, you know, reminds her of what maybe she's missing. But she also needs something from him. She tries to give him time and space to come to a decision, which is a very important decision, but she's got him there for a purpose.
He's covering an awful lot in his past that is only touched on in the words, but he brings onto the stage an awful lot, but he's covering. It's great to read a character who is inherently still, but the reason that he is still and inscrutable, the reasons are pretty interesting, and that's something I got to bring onto the stage.
So she's quite a direct character, an assertive character, and there's been something quite fun and interesting about exploring that, about how, because of her illness and her situation, she can be the only character to be like, if something's happening or something's awkward, she'll just say it. She'll say, what's going on, or why is this weird, or what's happening. So there's been something really fun and interesting about bringing out that side in her, and where that comes from. It comes from quite a sad place in a way, her pain and her illness, but it can also be quite funny, and it's also a lot about release for her, how she finds that sort of letting go and release from her pain and illness.
At the moment where we are in kind of rehearsal, I feel like she has a furnace inside her. She's constantly on fire. It might just, sometimes it's a burning flame, other times it's just embers, but it feels like there's a kind of fire in her kind of belly, which I find quite exciting to see where that will go or how much she shows of that. But there's also a kind of, although there's a quite directness to her, there's a real broken beauty to her as well, in the sense that she's so damaged from her family breakdown and things like that.
It's really interesting to delve into what Rob has written and to find him, and that's the process. But the complexity of him is really interesting, and his contradictions as well.